is obvious that when you have a program like the Ecowas parliament taking or sitting in Abuja, the tendency is for the Nigerian parliamentarian to have their attention divided between the Ecowas parliament and the National Assembly. And this, unfortunately, is a very, very bad time. It's not just a time of political nomination, but it's also a time when the parliament, that is the Nigerian parliament, is preparing for a new budget year. Parliamentarians are on the field, conducting oversight, preparatory to, receiving the new budget. And more importantly, this is a time for nomination. Virtually almost every parliamentarian, whether it's a member of the House of Representatives or is a senator, is, confronting the issue of their ticket for a return bid. And you're all aware of the situation in the various parties where there's a lot of crisis, efforts are being made, in order to redress some of these anomalies. And therefore, the parliamentarians, cannot afford to be away, because you first need to be elected as a Nigerian senator or as a Nigerian member of the House of Representatives before you come to ECOWAS. So your survival as a Nigerian parliamentarian becomes uppermost. You have to survive. You must be qualified. You must be elected first as a Nigerian parliamentarian before you can talk of being in the ECOWAS parliament. So definitely, their survival will certainly, will be taken, more serious, over and above, the attendance of the core parliament. Well, our report was very detailed. It touched on so many areas in great detail, especially on the economy and the security. The reason why there has been so much, so much reaction and maybe interest in the Nigerian report, like they did alluded to, Nigeria is the big brother in West Africa, and when Nigeria cough, everybody's, when Nigeria cough, everybody, will catch a cold too. If there is insecurity in Nigeria, you can be rest assured that the other West African country will be affected one way or the other. Just like if if there's an economic downturn in Nigeria, it tends to, permeate, into the other countries within the sub-region. So definitely, the members of the ECOWAS parliament from other countries are quite interested in, in what happens in Nigeria, for very obvious reason. You should distinguish between recovery as a result of whistleblowing policy and recovery, general recovery of the process of corruption. I think we need to cross-check this figure. I think we should distinguish between recovery arising from whistleblowing policy as against general recovery, from the anti-graft.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Compared to the last time you came for the parliament, so now you submitted a report. For you, how much have we made progress based on what you have submitted? How much Greater Nigeria has made progress?
Well, as a country, I mean, Nigeria is a country. Every day, you have to exist, you have to survive, and I mean, there's no end, to governance. There's no end to economic effort. So, we certainly will say we're making progress. Where you have stability, where there is stability in governance, definitely you're bound to record progress in the economic sphere, social sphere, political spheres. Of course, every day you're confronted with one new challenge. So we cannot be static, and we have never been static as a country.